Hey there, all my small business superheroes. Are you ready to make waves in your community? Get ready because the Hispanic and Latino Business Expo is coming to town and it's going to be epic. Join us on April 14th at Eagles Event Center from 12 to 5 for a day of excitement, innovation, and celebration. Explore booths from local entrepreneurs, discover amazing products and services, and connect with fellow business owners who are making a difference in your community. And guess what? None of this would have been possible without the incredible support of our sponsors, including Ultra Bank. Let's give a big shout out to Ultra Bank for believing in EmpowerNet and Leia and helping us put this event together. So mark a calendar, spread the word, and get ready to make history at the Hispanic and Latino Business Expo. It's going to be a good time. See you there.
The voice you just heard was that of Antwanise Jackson, a woman with a deep love for business, entrepreneurship, and helping others grow and build something. Fun, expressive, and passionate, I truly enjoyed our conversation, and I hope you will too, as we go and meet Antwanise Jackson. So today I'm talking with Antwanise Jackson. She's local here in Tyler. She does a lot of work with entrepreneurship and stuff like that. She'll probably be able to explain it better, so I'll let her introduce herself a little bit more.
Well, I am a Jane of all trades. My government name is Antwanise, but a lot of people know me around town as Niecy. So if you see me, you can call me Niecy. But I am, like I said, a Jane of all trades. By day, I am a financial consultant and a mortgage loan officer. So I help people get to their financial goals. But by night and evening and every other time after that, I am a entrepreneur and I love helping people develop their businesses. I run a nonprofit called EmpowerNet, whose sole purpose is designed to help thrust entrepreneurs forward through connection, collaboration, and community engagement. The community engagement part is what I'm really big on. Basically what I do is I create resources and opportunities for entrepreneurs. I sit down with them, create a business plan for them if I need to. We go over marketing, branding. We do all of the above. And then I also will host community events to get the community involved, but also as a means to showcase all these entrepreneurs. So we just had our first Black Wellness Expo, and then we've got a couple more on the books that we're going to really get out there. So you're going to be seeing more from EmpowerNet soon.
Okay, that was a good intro. So, I guess, how did you first kind of gain an interest in doing what you do now?
Let's see. Let me think about that one. Well, actually, honestly, people, it's very cliche when they're being like, I've been doing this for no longer. No, I really was doing it since I was younger. I mean, I've had businesses since I was 5, and that's no joke. I used to sell rocks on the playground. I made bracelets. There was a brief time I was a bookie. Yes, I used to have my cousins bet on basketball games between them.
So in the Mavericks versus who are they playing next? What's the money?
And I'm a hardcore Mavs fan, so I'm always going for the Mavs.
Yeah, it was your favorite
right now?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Who's my favorite right now? Well, let's see. Who's my favorite? My all-time favorite is Dirk. And Dirk loves black girls. So, yeah, we're all about that.
So there's still a chance, right?
Yes, but there's still a chance. So, I mean, Dirk, if you're watching, because I have driven.
Just letting you know, the mic, it's actually this front part of the mic is what you talk into. Yeah.
So I have driven by your neighborhood before, so hello.
What about Luca? Nothing for him?
No, okay. Baby Dirk is my next favorite. Actually, I think my jersey is Luca.
Yeah.
But I'm also Luca is my favorite now, but hardcore, tried and true, my old school Mavs fans, Dirk, Terry, Kid. I love all of them, especially now that Jason Kidd is a coach.
Yeah.
So it's very nostalgic for me. I actually had it on my calendar to go because the Mavs are getting ready to have a huge gala soon. Yeah. I think it's actually next week, and I had it on my calendar to try to go, but my stupid 9-to-5 was getting in the way.
Oh, no.
Because I was going to try to crash it.
Well, you just got to do your nonprofit full time.
Yes.
And then
But you don't make money from that. I have to pay my bills.
I run a very profitable nonprofit organization.
Or I'm going to be on OnlyFans.
try to get Dirk on to subscribe.
Yes, or at least buy some sponsorships. I mean, hello.
So you were saying, now that we've got off on Mavericks and everything.
I know, don't start me on the
I'll try to pull it back around.
I will go on a tangent. Don't start me on the Mavericks or Rangers, because I'm a hardcore Rangers fan. So sorry to you, Stros.
No, I still can't believe we won the World Series. Like, that's not supposed to happen to me.
Twice. Because the first one that we had, which was, I went to that one, the parade for that one. Did I skip school? Yeah, I think I did. I skipped class for that one.
We didn't win the World Series that time. We went to the World Series.
No, we went, but we didn't win.
Yeah.
We just won.
Yeah. But, so you said, from the beginning, you've always had this entrepreneurial spirit, always starting businesses and stuff. So, going from selling rocks on the playground and stuff
to now.
Yeah.
Well, I've always had that foundation because I come from a family full of entrepreneurs and business owners. Mm-hmm. My grandparents were self-made in the cattle and livestock business. So we had the family business too. And then my mom, she has her business. She bakes. I have 2 aunts that cater, a cousin that caters and has a baked good business, one that does decorating. So it's like a family just full of entrepreneurs. So I grew up around that. I didn't know anything but how to do that because my grandparents and my mom has always taught me that you have to have multiple sources of income coming in. Mm-hmm. And so if there's not an opportunity for you, you have to go create it. So seeing that, I was always like, yeah, I got to do something like that. But I've always been intrigued by the business world and how it works.
Yeah.
What led me to my nonprofit is when I started my businesses, there was always a team of people there to help me, to show me the ropes, to show me what branding was, what a logo was, what it means to do this, what's the right way to handle customers, what's the wrong way to handle customers, because there is a wrong way, how to develop business plans, how to sell it to people, because a lot of what we did in cattle and livestock was selling yourself. Then I took those skills that I picked up from being a bartender at Chili's and applied that, and it all just kind of roped in together. Because again, we talk about selling rocks, but then I also did, let's get into the businesses that I had, because some of them
the one that's a little bit more profitable than rocks.
Here's where we led to. So we went from rocks, then we went to,
you mentioned bookie.
I was a bookie. I bet on my cousins playing basketball. That didn't end well once my mom found out. Then I used to burn CDs. R.I.P. LimeWire. I burnt CDs, especially for my mom's classmates. They were really big on making CDs for them. I burned DVDs. I used to make and sell doctor's notes for people because I had really good handwriting. So fake doctor's notes and practice records because I was a band geek.
Yeah.
And so we had to do practice records for the week, and nobody would do their practice records. So I started a business where I would sell fake practice records to people. I would sell doctor's notes to people. I think at one point, I used to be a palm reader. Basically, I would turn any opportunity that I was good at.
Basically, you're like
money.
The gypsy character from a TV show. You turn around, put on a new hat.
Very much that.
So, you said, I'm guessing not particularly in those, high school kind of businesses and stuff, but you said, in your
nothing
careers.
really. It made me money in high school. I even had a little private investigating business because I was nosy.
Yeah.
I was really good at tech because I had learned how to code, so I was good at hacking. Now that's when I really started to make money.
Yeah.
People were paying me to dig up dirt on people. That and CDs made me a lot of money. What kind of led me to this direction now was I used to bartend at Chili's. Mm-hmm. And I had a regular that was you can make way more money doing this on your own. And I was like, money, you say? Because people would come up to us all the time and be like, hey, my cousin's getting married for a third time. Do you want to bartend at her wedding? I'd be like, okay. So they would pay us to do that. And my regular was like, you can make way more money, like, doing this on your own. And I said, say less. So I started a mobile bartending business and took the skills that I just learned from working at Chili's and turned that into a business. And that is what I rolled with probably up until the end of last year. And I still kind of do my mobile bartending and stuff now. My major was in multimedia, marketing, and public relations. So I used to do
Where'd you get that at?
At UT Tyler.
Oh, okay. I did the same thing, but at TJC.
See, I'm really mad that I didn't go to TJC before. I went to Navarro.
Yeah.
If anybody has seen Cheer on Netflix, that's where I went. But Navarro doesn't have a GD program. TJC has a really good communications and GD program. So if I'd have gone there, my skills probably would have been like top tier level. But
no, TJC. And I know this because I won some awards. We actually win more awards at the Intercollegiate Press Association.
At TIPA?
Yeah. We win more awards there than even like Division I schools in Texas do.
No, TJC cleans up. And when I was going to UT, like that one year, that's what gave me the bug. There was one year I think I had taken home like 4 first place awards.
Yeah.
In our division, and I was like, okay, I can make this another side hustle. Let me make money for. So I took that and started making some money. So I did graphic design projects, like doing logos. I did some photography work. I did some branding projects. Here's the problem with creative jobs like that: people don't pay us. They never pay us what we're worth, and want to pay us. So I would go to work, I would stare at a computer, then I would go home, I would stare at a computer, and nobody would pay me what I thought was worth what the job entailed. I mean, even when I graduated, the news stations at the time were only offering like $10 an hour. I think CBS 19 came in clutch at the highest at like $12.50, but I was making like $26 at Chili's. So I would like, why would I stop doing this to go be a nighttime producer? I'm not doing that. So that is what steered me off the course of what my actual degree is in. And I just started working at Chili's. I got the train on the road for a little bit, travel. And what led me to finance is because I got to a point to where I got tired of living out of a suitcase, because I used to open up restaurants on the road. And I was like, no, I don't want a job anymore. I want a career, but what's something substantial? Finances, especially being a black woman, because you don't see a lot of us in the finance industry. Also, we're very bad at managing money, and a lot of it is lack of knowledge and lack of education. But we're more prone to take advice from people who look like us. So I thought, okay, well, there needs to be more people that look like us in this field, and it's going to give me a substantial career. So that's when I transitioned into finance. And that's where I've been ever since, but then kind of just doing my side hustles on the side. But my passion is stuff like this.
Yeah. So, I guess, like, what was the point when you decided, like, I'm going to help other people do it?
Yeah, that was probably like last year. Last year, that's when people kept coming to me because I would do the stuff for my own business. It was probably like maybe last year or like late 2022. Because people would come to me and see the stuff that I did for my own business whenever I would be at vendor events and stuff. And they would be like, yo, who made your poster? Who designed your signage where people can just walk up, scan, and pay? Who did your business cards? Who did your rack cards and your brochures? And I said, I did that. I did all of that. And they was like, you did it? I was like, yeah, I don't pay people to do stuff I can either teach myself to do or I know how to do myself. So then people started coming to me and was like, hey, like, can you help me? How did you do that? Like, how did you get this? How did you shoot that video? Like, how did you get your followers up? And don't look at my follower count because I really don't have a lot, but it was more than like the 30 that they had. And people kept coming to me asking me for advice, and it just kind of parlayed from there. So I was like, okay, like I like doing this. I like helping people. I can keep doing this.
So, you said, like, right now y'all are trying to, like, become an official nonprofit and everything. So, like, how many people would you say, like, you help right now? Like,
right now? Well, right now I have 2 consistent clients on board. As far as, like, helping, say we're definitely, like, at least like 50 or more right now, because we just had with the Wellness Expo and this basically solidified why I do stuff like this, because the Wellness Expo was like the first of its kind in Tyler. Half of the vendors were people who had never done vendor events before, or they were brand new. I know one of them had just launched her business that day.
Yeah.
So it was like giving people like that opportunity. And I was like, okay, like I got to keep creating more opportunities like this. The Caldwell drum line was there and everybody loved that. And their drum leader, he cut to me, he was like, these kids are so talented, but they don't have a platform to shine. Like nobody gives them the opportunity to show their talent and stuff. And I was like, well, they can come to any event I had, because people love that. Like, so it was stuff like that. So right now, we're probably helping at least anywhere, I would say from like 30 to 50. The nonprofit side, because I was just going to make it like for profit, but with planning the Wellness Expo, I ran into a lot of no's and roadblocks because people don't want to sponsor or donate because they want the tax breaks from helping out a 501c3. So I was like, okay, well, I'll turn it into a nonprofit. We could probably help more doing that, and it could probably grow better if it was a nonprofit.
Yeah. So what as like a community could like Tyler do better to help entrepreneurs and startup businesses and stuff?
Support them. Well, no, that's actually like where the idea for EmpowerNet came from, because I got the name from it came from empowering entrepreneurs through networking and community engagement. The community engagement part comes from, I'm from a very small town, like population 200 people.
Yeah.
Everyone knows everyone, but everybody also supports everybody. Everybody shows up to your events. When you have something, the whole town is there. That's the culture that I come from, but that's why people do well with small businesses over there, because everybody's helping them, but that's also because they know so-and-so is going to donate to their kid's baseball team.
Yeah.
This person is also going to buy a bunch of Girl Scout cookies from you. And so it's this continuous cycle, and it just all rolls into play. So I thought in Tyler, there needs to be something like that, because my belief was if you pour into a community, they will pour back into you.
Mm-hmm. And I think we're kind of starting to see that in Tyler. I'm not actually from here, but
where are you from?
I'm from Fort Worth originally.
Oh,
yeah.
And you chose to come to Tyler? Usually everybody's leaving Tyler.
I still moved here before I graduated high school and everything with my family. But I mean, I love it here, and but like when I would come down here to visit my grandparents and stuff, like, I mean, this whole downtown area, it was completely dead. It might as well be like an Eastern Bloc country. and like now, you know, we have like nice coffee shops. We got a comedy club down the street. We have stuff actually moving.
Club, like it's
moving and growing in the area. And
let's get in there. I mean, I like Tyler. Like, people not get, but also remember where I'm from. So Tyler is the city to me.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't like downtown Fort Worth or anything. I was in, you know, suburbs.
Like Cleburne and stuff like that.
Do you know where North Richland Hills is?
Yeah.
Okay, so southern end where Richland Hills, North Richland Hills, and Haltom City meet up. That's about where I'm from.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, but like I kind of see that community starting and growing.
Yeah,
here.
it is starting to grow, especially now, like within the entrepreneur, like I'm a part of a lot of networking organizations. I'm everywhere. And the support that I got when I did the Wellness Expo, like, it meant so much to me. Like, one, people showed up, but I had people contacting me. It was like, hey, how can we help? How can we volunteer? What do you need from us? Sharing it on social media. And that's really what it was about for me. So I was like, okay, well, let's do that for everybody. Because I'm not like, because there are all those places, you know, that have like the BNI groups that are like, there can only be one realtor. There can only be one finance person, which I get that, because the point is to support. But also, I'm just like, there's room for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody can eat.
Yeah.
And especially in the place in Tyler, I mean, where there's 17,000 realtors. Like, everybody that's a stay-at-home mom is either a realtor or a photographer.
Yeah, yeah. So, I guess I want to ask about, like, networking. How did you find, like, how did you get started creating this network of people?
Me personally, I am the type of person, like, I say I'm not a people person because I really do like I'm like a loud introvert.
Yeah.
But I'm also one of those people that can talk to a brick wall and talk back.
Yeah.
And the feedback that I've gotten from people is that I am an excellent connector. I think that's my strong suit. That is the talent that the Lord gave me. So that's where EmpowerNet came from, was me taking my talents of connecting people and figuring out how it can work for everyone. Networking, I am out networking all the time just for my own, like, business purposes, to build my book of business in the finance world, but for my own personal business, like as a bartender, you learn to do that because that's how you make money.
Yeah.
It's your tips. It's like getting regulars, telling people to come see you. No, don't come see the girl who works the 4 o'clock shift. Tell her come see you. So it's just like all about that. But you meet so many interesting people. Network. I mean, I go to networking events in Dallas and Houston. I've been to a couple in Austin. So I'm everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. So, trying to think of a good follow-up question. So I guess, where do you see EmpowerNet going from here in the future?
I honestly see it like growing to be like tri-county, maybe across the state. I actually I believe in it and what it's going to do so much. I actually trademarked the name EmpowerNet TX.
Yeah.
Because I kind of see that for the future. And when we were coming up with names for it, my friend was helping me and she was like, just call it EmpowerNet. But there's already a domain name for a website for it. And I was like, no, well, we'll call it EmpowerNet TX. But I don't want to do that because what if I decide to take it out of Texas? What if it grows to other states? So I personally see it like growing to be this really huge thing. Especially taking in small communities like where I'm from, because there's nothing like it there. They don't really have vendor events. I mean, they just got like an event space there, and it's like the biggest thing in town. Now everybody has everything there because it's the only place in town to have stuff there. And she's been doing like a lot of vendor events and stuff to kind of draw business, but you don't see it in places like that. Mm-hmm. They actually come, people from Fairfield and Streetman, where I'm from, they come here and do events, or they go to Canton to First Days and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's going to be nice. That may be where our niche would be. The focus is hitting up those little mom and pop businesses in small towns like that, instead of taking it to somewhere like Dallas or Fort Worth, and there's a possibility to do that. I mean, I'm open to like sub branches and stuff, because at some of the networking mixers that I've had, the activities that I've had them do, because the point is to form genuine connections. Because when you go to these networking events, everybody just gives their 30-second commercial and pass out a business card. And so you just go home with a stack of business cards. There's no connection made. So when someone jumps on All Things Tyler and it's like, hey, like, who do y'all recommend for insurance? Or who do you recommend as a waxer? You just tag people, like, or you don't tag anybody at all because you don't know who to go to. Like with me, because I form genuine connections with people, there are people that I know as soon as like you ask for a specific service, I'm recommending that person. Anybody say anything about waxing, I'm recommending Terlisa Green. That's somebody I've had a genuine connection with. Insurance, I'm always going to tag Goosehead because I've formed a bond and a genuine connection with those people. And that's a lot of the thought process behind EmpowerNet, was so people can form these connections. So one, you're actually utilizing your business cards, but also you're helping each other. Yeah. And at these mixers that I've had, I force them to do activities that make them connect with each other. So we'll do games, like we'll do more than just everybody stand in a circle and just talk, which is kind of how what most networking events are in Tyler. I think the first one I did, speed networking. Everybody really kind of got a kick out of that. And one of the comments there, someone had told me was like, yo, like, if you were in Dallas, this would really take off and be dope. Like, this is super cool. Because people were, like, enjoying themselves.
So, speed networking, is that kind of like speed dating concept, I guess?
It's speed dating, but you're networking with it. But I threw a little twist in it because I didn't want people to just talk about their business. So I said, you guys get to know each other. We'll move to the next one, but here's the twist. You talk about everything but your business. And people are like,
okay.
what? You're entrepreneurs. Like, what are we doing here? No, because you're going to get to know them as a person. They're going to ask you what you do. So now somebody jumps on Facebook and is like, yo, who makes t-shirts? You'll say, Dangling Divas.
Yeah.
Like, it works. I think the second one I had to help people build their branding and their marketing, because everybody's trying to grow like their followership right now. The second mixer I had them, it was pick a number, and the person with the number that matched you, that was your business buddy for the week, and you had to like each other's pages, follow each other on social media, on Instagram, give each other Google reviews. You would share each other's posts on your stories. Like, basically, you were each other's cheerleaders for that week. And that was your buddy. So everything that they posted, you shared it. Everything you posted, they did the same thing.
That's that's a really cool concept, because like you said, most of that stuff is kind of just people get their little commercial, and then, that's it. And, that might work for, bigger established companies and stuff, but like people are just starting out.
But people that start out, it's not.
It's hard to grow that audience,
Now, the next mixer that I have, it's going to be really fun. I'll give you a little hint. It's going to be birthday themed.
Birthday?
Because it's in April and my birthday's in April.
So everybody.
So the game that we will be playing for, it's going to be birthday themed, and it's going to be very fun.
Bring me a present for my birthday.
I mean, you can. I like gift cards. And I also like queso. So Mexican restaurants, hit me up.
Or, just queso themed gift cards.
Yes.
All right. So, you mentioned how, you're going to becoming a non-for-profit. So what's the process been for that?
For that, actually, it's been super easy, because there are people in town that will help you do all of that. So if there's someone like locally that's kind of the step that they want to take, but they really don't know how, that's actually one of the resources that EmpowerNet does, is we'll show you how to do that. We'll show you how to file your paperwork. We'll take you through step by step. I, fortunately, through network, met someone, Patricia Glass. That's what she does. I think I was somewhere at a networking event and I just randomly mentioned, I was like, maybe I should take it and turn it into a nonprofit. And Patricia was like, I can help you do that. Like, I'll do everything for you from step. And I was like, say less. Here you go. Because I have 85 other things to do. But they'll do that a lot. And the East Texas Center for Nonprofits, they'll help you and walk you through the entire process. They'll do everything for you, but they'll also explain it for you and walk you through, like, filing your paperwork. What's it mean to do this? What's it mean to be a 501c3? I know they do also have, like, lunch and learns monthly, where you can come out and get resources and just basically learn the ins and out of what owning and organizing and running a nonprofit is.
Yeah.
Because nonprofits are completely different than just a regular business.
Yeah. And I think that kind of ties into, this whole networking and stuff is, like, from the outside, you just don't know,
exactly.
know? Yeah, I mean, like...
But there's someone out there who does.
When you say, we're turning this into a nonprofit, I'm like, how would you do that? What do you, and like you said, you just need to know the people, and it's
about
easy.
knowing the right people. Like, there's someone, I had this lady, she tagged me on Facebook. She goes, you are really the plug for everything. And I was like, you know what? I like that. I'm going to steal that. Let me try to trademark it too. Also, as business owners, here's my little piece of advice: trademark your stuff so you can get those coins. But she was like, yeah, you're the plug for everything. Like, someone had mentioned that one of their goals was to write a children's book, and I said, well, I have an illustrator in mind if you want to. Like, she did a couple pieces for me, and she was like, dang, you really are the plug for everything. You know everyone. And why do I know everybody though? Because I'm out networking all the time. Yeah. I really do. Like, there's someone for any industry you can come up with. I probably know somebody right now.
Yeah.
Should we test it? Should we do a speed game? Should you throw out something and you'd be like, and we'll try it and we'll see if I know someone who can do it?
Okay.
Should that be our little game?
Yeah. Let's go with hand forged railing.
Hand forged railing?
Yeah.
Actually, I do know somebody.
You do?
So I have a cousin
Shout them out.
from my little podunk town. His name is Kevin Polk of Streetman, Texas, and folk railing, because that's what they used to do as kids. And my brother, but my brother's really busy, so he won't be able to.
Okay.
I knew you were gonna do something weird like that.
I'm gonna try to, okay.
You're gonna try to trip me up and stump me.
Yeah. Okay. Handcrafted jackets.
Handcrafted jacket. Oh yeah, actually, Dangling Divas. They do that too.
Okay.
Yesenia Ibarra, she's ran out of Longview. She does that too. Now, do you want it like hand stitched vinyl thing? How you want it to look? Or do you want like one of those retro bedazzled airbrushers?
Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
The airbrush kind, the
can I
90s type with the bucket hat with it too?
Yeah.
Okay. So
and can I get like my logo all over the bucket hat?
So there's a young lady in Dallas. Her name is Kiera Smith. She does airbrushing. I know that because, at the state fair, that's like the cool thing. Everybody goes to the airbrushing booth and gets t-shirts, where she made all of our shirts for that when we went to in high school. So
no, my brother, he went, I think it was Kansas City, and he went, visited a friend, and they went to a theme park, and there was a guy at this theme park, and he was doing airbrushing.
Yep. And
he was talking to the guy, and I guess you like get trained by the like master airbrusher or whatever. But he said he still made like $23 an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
Like you made.
But everybody loves stuff like one because everybody's vain and likes customized pieces. So who doesn't want to walk around with their name on a hat all day? But state fairs, Six Flags, the airbrushing is super popular.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna need you to like give me a list of people I need to interview, because that's always
actually I have that for you too, because you said that I was the first one that had actually reached out to you. What you doing? Like, there's so many interesting people in town that do. Because I know you just interviewed Casey, which what Casey does is amazing with those kids. And from a cultural perspective, like in the African American culture, we don't think about stuff like that. We really don't think about things related to mental health either. So that platform that he has created with Avenue Speak is unheard of, and it's an amazing platform. So yeah, it's like you definitely should be out there like highlighting people like Casey, people like LaToya Jordan, and LaToya, she went through some health situations where she recently got diagnosed with congestive heart failure. She's turned that into working in her business, because LaToya is a visibility specialist. She does PR and stuff too. But now she's been at heart charities, heart galas. She's found a way to tie into her personal business with people giving back to heart associations. She's used her personal experience to help others.
Yeah.
But there's so many creative people out here, and Tyler that do things like that. There's an artiste, someone I went to school with. I think now she's in California. She is a designer for Lululemon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the people I want to highlight is.
Well, it's called Unordinary People, so yeah. There's a lot of freaks out there. So.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us weirdos.
I've interviewed a lot of the artists around here, a lot of business owners and stuff, but like I said, I'm always looking for more people.
Right.
I'm always trying to, put other people out there and stuff. I try to make it as least about me as possible,
Right. And finding those people who are super unique. Let's see, what I'm trying to think of his list. And the people from my wellness expo, a lot of them were unique, creative people.
Yeah.
Michelle Seaton, I found her, I think someone tagged me when I said I was looking for people in the wellness and holistic space. She's a Reiki healer as well as a practitioner. That's unheard of. Also a doula. Let's see, who else was there? The CBD, people are really now in the cities, people are really into CBD, but they don't realize and recognize the actual health and holistic benefits it has. So people like Morris Anderson, who has a very interesting story, because Morris used to be a pro football player. That's how he got into CBD, was he had all these ailments from playing pro football. The only thing that helped him after numerous back surgeries and other types of surgeries was CBD.
Yeah.
So
I need to get him in touch with, there's a guy I know down I don't know if he lives in Rusk or Jacksonville, but I met him in Rusk, and he's a ex-football player, and both his knees are just destroyed. But
yeah, you need to put him in touch with him.
Yeah, see if he can help.
But it's also, well, I just like the way that he did that too, like taking your personal experience and creating it into a business opportunity, because he started taking CBD to help himself. He turned it into a business opportunity. He bought into an American Shaman business franchise.
Yeah. So,
and that stuff really does work. I thought it was a joke at first, but when I was dealing with my anxiety, that was the only thing that helped. The anxiety medicine the doctor prescribed me, nothing, it didn't help at all. The only thing that it did was made me sleepy throughout the day. CBD was the only thing that made me, like, it chilled me out. It helped. It worked. That is also the best sleep I've ever had. Not to mention, I do Zumba now, and I hurt my leg in Zumba. I'm always getting hurt. I'm very accident prone. I got hurt in Zumba, and I went to the doctor. He gave me a steroid shot. It did nothing. I took CBD, and my leg was done hurting in like 2 days.
Yeah. So, I guess I'll give you this opportunity because, you know, there's only so much I know about what you do. Mm-hmm. So I'll let you just kind of take this opportunity to steer, you know, talk about what you want to get out there to the public. Well,
like I said, I am the plug for everything. So if there is a particular person or resource or activity or thing that you are looking for, I can help you with that. Now, what I actually personally do with my organization, EmpowerNet, we are here specifically to help entrepreneurs. We are here to thrust them forward, to develop them, to help them grow their business. And we do that from everything from branding and marketing training. I do public speaking training for those who are introverts. And that came into play because networking, I meet a ton of people who I'm like, hey, do you want to do this event with me? Or why haven't you done that? Why don't you do that? They're like, I can't do it. I'm really shy. I don't like talking to people. We finna get you out of that, because as a business owner, you got to get out of that. Or you learn to delegate. You hire someone who is good at that and make them do that. That's one of the things that we teach you. We teach you all types of techniques to be a business owner. We create business plans for you. Well, what do you need a business plan for? Well, a lot of times you need funding for stuff. We teach you about writing sponsorship letters, writing grants to help your business, filing your paperwork with the government. In the banking side, this is the part that most people fail to get right off the bat, is the paperwork. They just come into the bank and they're like, hey, I need to open a business account. Okay, where are your documents? What do you mean I need documents? Yeah, you need documents.
Yeah.
So we'll tell you what those documents are, what they mean, how to file them, where to get them, how much it costs. It's just a one-stop shop for being an entrepreneur. And also, it creates opportunities to put them out there in the forefront for the world. By having these organizations, it kind of kills two birds with one stone. So we create events for the community to enjoy, because the community was really loving the Wellness Expo. Like, them women was loving getting those facials and the massages that they were getting there. I had several requests to do another one, so don't worry, we'll be back. But so it's just as much for the community as it is for the business owners. But now this lets people know what you do as a business owner, because someone might have not have known where to find trap yoga. You found it here at Tyler at Apex Gym at the Black Wellness Expo. Somebody might not have known where to get vitamin injections, where to get a Reiki healer, or they're just now getting interested into it. You might not know where to find someone who makes like homemade tortillas, which everybody knows where to find homemade tortillas. That's just an example. So for our upcoming expo, you're going to find someone there who does that. Our next event is a Hispanic and Latino business expo. It is designed to highlight the talent and celebrate the for entrepreneurship of Hispanic and Latino businessmen and women, because they some hustlers.
Yeah.
Also, I like to have a good time. They like to have a good time, so it's going to be amazing. We're going to celebrate entrepreneurs, but we're also going to dance, have some great food, celebrate each other. Like, I'm super excited for the banda that's going to be out there. Like, I am ready to dance. So somebody's T.O., don't forget to ask me to dance.
All right. I did think of one thing. You mentioned, trademarking stuff. Mm-hmm. So I sort of know, like, copyright a little bit, at least as far as, like, audio stuff goes.
Right.
What's the process of getting stuff trademarked?
But you can't copyright like a design or anything like that. And I got into that, like, and I owe my background to that. Everything happens for a reason. I used to work at Disney World. Disney is really big on stuff like that. I remember we went to a whole class called Traditions where they just teach you about Disney history, how to sign autographs the Disney way. They teach you about trademarking and copywriting because that's something that Disney is very serious and big on. I mean, they made us sign like agreements there. I think it was even in our contracts where in any idea that we came up with while we were employed by them was property of Disney. Yeah, like, so we couldn't come, like, if we came up with it, Disney could easily come back with it and say, and own it, and it was theirs. But they taught me about the business, about copywriting and trademark, and anything that I deem is super important. I go through that. I mean, I had someone that I used to entertain for a little bit, and I called him Man Friend because I didn't want people to know his name or people in my business like that. I called him Man Friend, and I was at some event, and this girl was like, I love that you call him Man Friend. And I had everybody in my family call him Man Friend. My friends were like, nobody uses this boy's name. I trademarked Man Friend. Because it's going to look really cool on a t-shirt. And the process of it is you follow it through the U.S. Trademark and Patent Office. Now, I will warn you, it is not a very simple overnight process. It takes forever. And anybody who has ever tried to file for a patent or copyright, the U.S. government takes forever. So trust me, it is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. And it also lets you can search the database and see if anybody else has your name. So if somebody has your name, like, it'll tell you all those entities that own it. So you might kind of have to tweak it a little bit. You might have to say, oh, well, it's somebody already has EmpowerNet, so now I need to call it EmpowerNet ETX.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I've ran out of good questions. So if you want to plug things or leave this podcast with anything.
Well, I do want to leave this podcast with, if there's any aspiring entrepreneurs who are thinking about it, but they haven't done it yet, do it. Don't be afraid. I know everybody, that first step is always a tough. So I just want to encourage you, go out there and do it and find people who believe in you. Like, you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable to make it work. So that is my advice for that. I also want to just let everybody know, like, networking can get you in places and doors that other opportunities like can't, that a regular job application or a 9-to-5 can't. So learn to get out of your comfort zone a little bit and connect with people. As far as plugging events now, follow the EmpowerNet social media pages. Follow us on Instagram, and really everybody follow us on Instagram first because that Instagram a little crunchy and we need followers. I also trademark crunchy. We need followers. Follow us on Facebook too. It's also called EmpowerNet as well. You can also follow the Hispanic and Latino Business Expo page. That is our next event. It will be April 14th at Eagles Event Center. It is an event that I am doing in collaboration with the Latina Entrepreneur Association, also known as LEA. So they will be helping me out with that event. So April 14th, I want to see everybody there, the entire community, the neighborhood. Come out, dance with us, have some great food, enjoy some great vendors. Like, there's some really good vendors there that are bringing some really cool, creative, handmade things. I'm so excited for this expo. It's going to be from 12 to 5 at Eagles Event Center. And then I'm going to pre-tease our major event. Well, one of our major events. I don't want to give away what the big season finisher that we're going to have in the fall, because I don't want nobody to steal it yet, but trust me, it's going to be really dope. But in the summer, after the Hispanic Expo, what we're doing is called Kidspo. It's called Kidpreneur. It's going to be all for our little small business owners. So all your kids who love making slime, they make necklaces. There was a young lady at the Path Mardi Gras event. She was walking around Stanley's and she was selling bracelets that she had made. Bring them out. Those, your kids that love to make slime, lip gloss, they do things with Play-Doh. They're super creative. I know someone who, her daughter creates artwork. This event is for them. So all of your kids who are going to be little mini moguls, bring them out. We're going to have entertainment for them. We're going to have good food. There's going to be games and stuff. It's going to be a really good event. And we're also going to throw in a back to school aspect and help like raise money or get backpacks to donate to kids in need.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sitting down.
Thank you for helping.
Thanks for reaching out. Like, honestly, like, it felt like really nice having, like, not having to, like, go to someone and be like, hey, I've got this podcast. And I think it'd be cool if you talk to me.
Okay, see, you need to tap into your own energy and put yourself out there. Believe in yourself. Like, this is a really dope platform. Because there's a lot of people who are like, I have a podcast, I'm host, but do they know what they're doing? No.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing. Or they'll just go buy a mic and think that they can be a podcast host. They can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So believe into yourself. Like, you got, like, and it's got a real dope name.
Yeah.
Ordinary people. Trademark it.
Okay. I probably should. I got to make sure there was a couple more podcasts under that name that have ended. Hopefully they don't have a trademark on it.
Right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Kind of like that video you just watched, huh? Go ahead and like and subscribe and share it. I mean, if you liked it. If you didn't like it, you know, it's a free country at the end of the day. So. Oh, you did? Oh, thanks.